No, I was in the Razor House whenever.
That old Razor House. I forgot about
Razor House.
I forgot about that when Andy bought like a little mini mansion for the boys.
Remember that?
That's sick.
He was lit.
Who was living there? It was you.
It was me, Dre, Aragon, and
was Murda
that was
there?
it. Murda was like back and forth. He had a place in Venice.
Yeah.
So, but he still was trying to turn up on the weekends.
Yeah, of course.
So he
man.
needed a room.
You get a free house
so like
there.
his room.
Aragon had the
ended up
master bedroom,
being
right?
My room. Yeah.
Aragon had, of course.
The master. That shit was laid out. He had a porch in his room.
He did.
What?
Yeah.
How did he get the mess there? What decided that?
Aragon.
I know, but like,
Exactly.
was it just like a common consensus, or were people fighting him over it? It was
Nah,
like, no, you get it.
no.
Andy was like, Aragon's the guy back
Yeah,
then. So,
yeah.
you know, that's
He
it.
was like, Brian, look at your room.
He was like, Brian, do you like your room? Do you like your
He's
room,
like, I
Brian?
want to show you
Yeah.
something. Yeah, ta-da!
Nah, dude, I've been to a couple parties at that place. That place was a fun little place.
Boy.
Yeah.
Woo.
Did you leave Cali after that?
I was done.
Yeah.
Corrupted me.
That'll spent you
No,
out.
actually,
right?
I moved to. I got kicked off Razors, and I was. I
For
moved
what? What'd you
to-
kicked off for?
It's the weirdest thing. It was so strange. Fucking New York, bro.
What?
We were on a trip in New York, and Mac ended up being like, "Yo, Julian was like not being a good boy. Like he's like, complaining about me to Andy like via
Not
email."
being a good boy.
And like Andy, I remember he came over to the house and was like, "Hey, I want to talk to you." And like went out on the porch and started talking. And he's like,
You gotta leave.
"Yeah, that's basically how it was."
Damn,
He was like, "I think I jumped the gun on putting you on the pro team." I was like, "What do you mean, bro? Like, what are you saying right now?" He's like, "I'm like, so you kicking me off the team?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "All right." And I fucking got up and I told everyone in the house, and they were like,
What?
They were like laughing at me almost. They were like,
They didn't
"What
think
do
it
you
was
mean?
serious?
What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Bro, go talk to your boy. Andy's downstairs right now." Brian was like, "That's all right, dog. Like, let me go talk to him."
Yeah.
And Murda was there at the time. He was like, "Oh hell no."
Yeah,
He went
Murda
down
get
there,
to you.
and Dre went down there, and then so I'm like, he already kicked me off. I'm not talking to y'all. And then so I'm like looking out the window, seeing what's going on. They're all like talking, and then I go out there. And nobody's saying shit.
What do you mean?
Like Andy's like,
They're all
blah,
like,
blah, blah.
they're all like,
and they're
passing-
like,
they're all passing a spliff, and they're like,
just like,
"How you doing, Andy? All right?"
I'm just like, I'm like, bro, you fucking better have my go into me. Nobody went in for me,
No
bro. I was
way,
like,
wow.
what the fuck? I'm like, why did y'all even come outside, bro?
Wow.
The fuck? Y'all could have staged y'all asses inside. I could have went home.
That's an in-depth look into the truth of humanity.
That's true.
Where did you go
That's
after
the
that?
truth of humanity,
So
and
at
that's
that
a hard
time,
lesson.
that's
All you
it.
kids watching this, that's a hard lesson. You just got you.
Yeah.
You better work hard.
That's it, bro.
That's it.
Because at the end of the day, nobody's gonna say shit for you, bro.
Damn right, dude.
Bro, those are
That's a
my
good lesson to
dogs.
learn.
Those are
Yeah.
my
Oh, I
roommates,
love
bro.
those guys,
Did
yeah.
not one of them were
came
like,
back?
yo, you can't do this.
Even Murder after all that lip.
Didn't say shit.
I'm gonna talk to Mike. Mike, we gotta talk.
I almost slapped Andy, and they were like, "Oh, chill."
You should have slapped.
He was across the far side of the table, and I stood up, and the fucking table hit him. And I went to go over there, and fucking everybody.
What?
And I was like, "Man, I'm out. Fuck this shit. I'm leaving."
So you left right there?
I left that night. I was gone.
Where'd you
Packed
go?
my
Did
shit
you
up.
stay with someone's house?
Yeah, I went to fucking to Long Beach with Coco.
What?
Yeah.
That's
She let
real.
me stay
And then you
with-
flew
she let me
back.
stay with her for like a few months. It was Coco was there, Frankie was there.
Oh, so you were out there for a while afterwards.
Yeah, I was there for like another year.
Would you ride after the Razors? After the Razors, would you ride?
What did I ride? Shadows for a little bit.
Damn,
Really?
they kicked you out, dude.
Yeah.
Shadows?
They was like, you got to go. I was like,
What did you do?
Well, if you're not on the team, you can't
How
live in
much
the
of a
house.
bad boy were
Bro,
you?
that's the bullshit. Is literally Mac didn't tell me nothing, so I didn't know what he was saying to Andy
How do you know it was Mac anyway?
because he told me.
Oh.
Andy was like, Mac
Andy
sent me
said.
this email, and I'm like, what did he say? Because I was at a loss. I literally. He was like, well, he said you didn't show up to the meet and greet. You didn't. I'm like, I did. We have footage of it. What do you? I was there. What do you mean?
Yeah.
He was like, well, he said that you wanted to sit in the car. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, bro, that didn't happen. Literally didn't happen. We have footage to show you otherwise. He was like, I think I just jumped the gun.
Yeah.
Putting you on the team. I'm like,
How long did that
what
last?
are you talking about?
How long
Like,
did that last? You on the pro team?
Wow.
I guess like 2 years.
Did you ever skate?
We
You
were
were
in
on
the
the way.
process.
You were on the way.
Literally,
I
I
remember that.
designed the skate, and Kevin Gillen was doing it in Photoshop or whatever program he was using. and we had a skate. We actually had a real, like a physical one. They printed it, and then it ended up being.
I was gonna ask because it probably became something else.
Yeah.
What
So
was
it was fuck. Who the fuck skates was that? Alex Burston. The blue
Oh,
one.
really?
Wow.
But my skate wasn't even that color. But like they ended
Same
up
design?
There was like there was a similar like pattern on it. That was like that they ended up keeping. They were like, that's fine, like keep it on this. And I remember being like, oh y'all motherfuckers. Like, that was my design.
Does Alex know that?
I don't know. He does now.
Yeah.
What up, Alex?
Wow.
Damn.
You know, that's funny because I never liked razors.
Like the
The
skates or the company
no,
or
Andy.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, right. The skates were the shit,
The
but-
company's cool. I mean, the skates are cool, right? The skates are cool. But that guy, like, he never really gave a shit about his team riders, like, ever. Like, you know, so
Yeah.
like that
I've heard
doesn't
stories
surprise
over the years.
me.
Yeah.
Like, and
And I knew that
just
going
know
into
that when
it.
you buy razor skates, no, I'm not
I knew that going
down
into
road.
it, but I was just clouded, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
No, because it's
I mean, that team was so
it's-
elite
it's-
at the time. To
Bro.
be part of that was
Yeah.
like, holy shit, I'm part of this.
Yeah.
it's the
You know?
when you're
Yeah.
under a dragon's wing, it feels warm. You know what I mean?
damn.
Feels
Oh, look
comfortable.
at you.
Deep.
Dude. But nah, he's a piece of crap. I don't like him either. Like, you know.
Did he
But
do you
that's
dirty?
insane. Yeah, no, he said he was gonna make me pro one year, and then I filmed the ego section. He's like, after you film the ego section, you're gonna go pro. And they did pros by the year. Like, if you didn't go pro January, you wouldn't be pro till next January.
Oh, that's weird.
They did in January. You wouldn't, go pro in the middle of the year. So I did my ego part. It came out in like November, and then like and they're like, oh, you can go pro. You can go pro. I was like, cool. I had Murder and all these guys backing me. Then came January. They're like, can't do it this year. Got to do it next year.
Did they put anyone
And I-
else pro instead? Or
no,
just no one?
They were just like, we can't do it this year. And I was like, cool. And then
Sounds
like
about
4
right.
months later, like Deshi was like, hey, we'll put you
Yeah.
on.
Oh, yeah, Dashi.
Deshi.